Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the best everything of March 2021. In this, we're going to go over the best teams for different game modes and such, essentially showing which characters have values in which teams. This is my equivalent to a top 10, but some of these characters on this, in the best teams are not necessarily top 10 characters, but it's still important to know which is which. So let's get started. Our best faction team, it's been there for probably, I don't know how long. I think we're either at a year or close to a year. Our best faction team is Black Order. Again, a lot of people know the power of it. Empowered Thanos and Ebony Maw are essentially two legendary characters on this team, and it is a great team that works really well together. It's kind of on the downfall, and there are some good counters to it in Arena, but this is probably still our best faction team. And when I say faction team, that means they have the tag of Black Order, not Thanos, obviously, but there's Astonishing X-Men, there's Inhumans, there's Hydra. Basically, essentially, that's what I mean by our best faction team. But our best faction team counter is this right here. You can run this team in Arena, and it works very well. Essentially, what you're doing is what I like to do, and I'm gonna hopefully have a video up this month of this team in action against them. But I do huge punch-ups against this team. Doc Ock is there to heal the whole team. Black Bolt's there for pure damage. Emma Frost is kind of a Black Order counter on herself just because she gets rid of so many debuffs for her team and gets rid of so many buffs on the other team. Mr. Sinister's there for healing and calling assist from his clone, and then Invisible Woman is there as a protector to help this team. Like I said, it does huge punch-ups against them, and I just got rank 4 today in Arena, just climbing up Arena with this team. So yeah, it works very well. I'm not including Dr. Doom on this list yet just because it's not very accessible. When I unlock Dr. Doom, which should maybe be within, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, then I will start to include him just because I feel like I am kind of the top of the kind of free-to-play players, essentially with unlocking that character. Not that I'm a top person or anything in this, but just, I spend lightly and try to do free-to-play things in this game. Our best arena team right now, again, is Black Order. No surprise there. So if you have access to all Black Order, this is the team that you should definitely be running, or you can run this team as well against Black Order. Again, I should have a video out later this month about this team. If you do not have access to Black Order, so for example, if you're missing Cole because he is not farmable while the other ones are, this is probably your second best bet. You could also throw in Doc Ock on this team for Ebony Maw, but essentially if you are going to face a team that looks like this, you can use this team to counter them. Use Sinister to clone Phoenix, and then Ebony Maw should hurt their Phoenix when she goes down and really disable Dark Phoenix when she comes back out. Our best U7 team, so we have a new top team for raids, and that is going to be the Astonishing X-Men. I do think that they are in fact better than Symbiotes. They have low cooldowns for the most part, and if they don't have low cooldowns, Beast is there to give energy to them all. They just work really well together, and what Bishop and Jubilee do together is awesome, and what Kitty Pryde and Jubilee do together is awesome. So yeah, I think this is our best U7 team for now. There may be a hybrid team with them and Symbiotes. I do need to do a little bit more testing with that, but yeah, I'm just going to endorse this team first, and then maybe later on I can give you a hybrid team. Our best U7 team number 2 is going to be Symbiotes. This might actually be more accessible to people, even though a lot of these characters aren't necessarily farmable. Essentially, if you do have Symbiote Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage, you can run this team very well with like a Yo-Yo or a Black Bolt as well. So but this is your next best bet for a U7 team. I actually run both of them. This team has a lower team power than this team, so I just run this team first and on auto till they run out. Then I run this team on auto till they run out as well. Our best war defense, it's still got to be Marauders. There's no doubt there. You could sub in Blob for Sabretooth. You can sub in Magneto on this team as well. I personally like to keep Blob and Magneto on their own team as a shield counter or as a small mercenary punch-up counter. This is our best war defense. I don't include a best war offense because it kind of depends on what you're going up against. But I think, again, this is our best war defense, not including a team like Sinister Six or Black Order, but specifically they were made for war. Our DD3 starting team is going to be Mr. Sinister, Symbiote Spider-Man, Ghost, Ebony Maw, and Minerva. Ghost, Ebony Maw, and Minerva all have a 15% health steal, and in Dark Dimensions 3 that is huge. Essentially, these are characters with huge health pools, and being able to just take 15% of that away is great. Symbiote Spider-Man has a special tag for Dark Dimensions along with Ghost as well, but he basically he's topped up at full health essentially for the whole time, unless he's one of the last characters alive. And then Mr. Sinister is there so you can clone someone like Captain America to feed energy to this team. He's there for heals as well. He's also just a great character. So yeah, I think this is your best DD3 starting team. You have a mutant character, you have a bio character, 2 tech, and 1 mystic. So it shouldn't be too hard to get into Dark Dimensions 3 with this team. I am in the future probably going to start including DD4 teams, but it's too hard to say for now. Right now, which is the best ones to go into, especially since I haven't beaten DD4. So, but yeah, DD3 is a different beast than the other Dark Dimensions. So this is what I would definitely say go in with. Our best DD3 global team, for sure, it has to be Mr. Sinister, Emma Frost, and Ghost, and these other 2 are optional. I was thinking maybe if you unlock Jubilee, you could do Jubilee as well with a Bishop or with a Kitty Pryde, or just run Jubilee and another 5th. Maybe Phoenix or something. Phoenix is also a good character, but the reason why I don't put her on here is because you would have to revive her. There are revives that are given through the blitz charges daily, but again, I don't want to give you a team that you will need to revive. So, but I will definitely endorse these 3, and then these 2 can kind of change on who you want. You could do a strive to protect these 2. Again, it just depends, but these 3 for sure. Yellow Jacket and Stature work really well. Yellow Jacket has an individual 30% health drain, which is the biggest in the game, but again, it's on an individual target, not a whole team. And then Stature can be a good battery for Ghost and Yellow Jacket to get off their attacks. And Stature also in her passive has extra health for Yellow Jacket and Ghost in Dark Dimensions 3. Our best DD3 Cosmic team, this is personally who I used. I do think it's kind of changing up a little bit, but essentially this can probably get you through Cosmic and DD3 in about 7 days, which is pretty great. So Black Bolt's there for damage. Ebony Maw is there to give Grant bonuses to Thanos, and also has his 15% health drain. Thanos is there to protect, and he can heal up on his ultimate. Minerva's there for healing and revives, and then Hela is there with her Greg. Whenever Greg dies, Minerva will heal up a certain character on this team. She'll gain some turn meter, and Hela can also spread ability blocks if you kill a hero controller that Ebony Maw applies ability block to, and you can spread that to the whole team. Our best City Dark Dimensions 3 team is Symbiotes, of course. Personally, I use the first 3 characters, so Symbiote, Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage, and then I did Doc Ock and Ghost Rider as well, and that got me through City in 3 to 4 days. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, this is definitely your best City team. I think most people who run this team in City can probably do it on auto in Dark Dimensions 3 for the most part and beat it in 1 day. Our best U6 team is just going to be BKT. It's a great starting team. Minerva's farmable in War, so you really should have no problem unlocking this team except for maybe Thanos, because I think he has a later node, but these 4 characters are definitely more free to play, accessible, and this is definitely who I would recommend, especially bringing Minerva and Thanos up as well, just because they are great characters. You know, Thanos has Black Order, and Minerva is great for those cosmic nodes. Our best DD1 team, again, this isn't necessarily your best DD1 team, but these will be characters that you will get probably to 6-star, which is what it takes to get into Dark Dimensions 1. And so this team just has a lot of good sustain, and bringing them up just to beat Dark Dimensions 1, it's not really too important to beat Dark Dimensions 1. There is a lot of orange gear, but that was essentially what Dark Dimensions 1 was in the past, was essentially a way to get into Dark Dimensions 2, and that's not really needed now. But again, if you're just looking at like quick team that you can get into Dark Dimensions 1 if you're a newer player, this is it. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you think I got anything wrong. Let me know who you are running in U7 if you have all of the Astonishing X-Men and Symbiotes. I want to know if you guys are running any hybrid teams. I'm doing some testing, but it's kind of hard just because, there's only so many nodes that you can do, and it's hard to figure out which team is necessarily the best. Let me know if you have another Black Order counter that works well. I think Black Order is kind of on the way out. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But especially with Doctor Doom, I think they are on their way out. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Again, let me know where you think I'm wrong. Let me know where you think I'm right. Thank you guys for watching. On this channel, I do guides, I do orb openings, and I do streams, and I do all sorts of other Marvel Strike Force stuff. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.